I'm going to show you how I want you to do this combining like terms worksheet. So first thing, when you enter into here, you want to get rid of this because you don't need that and I don't need that. Okay, when you, so here the directions are simplify each expression by combining like terms. So to do this activity, you need to know what like terms are. And I'm just going to go over that right now. If you don't know what like terms are terms that have the matching variables, the same variables. So in number one, for example, the like terms are 3x and 5x. Those are like terms. And then negative y and 5 and 2y. Those are like terms. Like terms can be combined, which means they can be added or subtracted. Okay, so for number one, if you're here, you want to click enter. Number two is going to show up. You don't need that number two, that's just an extra number two. So click backspace to get rid of it, and then click equal sign. And then what you want to do is you're going to type math. So you want to click insert equation, and it'll show up this little blue box, which means that you're going to be typing math in there. It's math mode. So the way I'm going to do this problem, 3x plus 4 plus 5x, that's the same as 5x plus 4. And we know that because addition is commutative, you can switch the two things that are being added and it's still the same, right? So with this step here, I didn't do anything mathematically illegal. It's all valid, all true, so we're good here. Now enter equals. Now the like terms are next to each other. 5x and 3x can be combined together, that's 8x. I have to do insert equation first so that I'm writing math and not just like a random font. 8x plus 4, the 4 didn't go anywhere. It doesn't have a like term that it can be combined with, but we can't ignore it. It's there, so we just write it. And then negative y plus 2y, which you want to think is negative y plus 2y. Well, negative 1 plus 2, that's positive 1. So negative y plus 2y is going to be 1y, but then that's the same as just y. So this is just going to be plus y. And so this is your simplified algebraic expression, and this is your work. All right. And so you want to highlight this and color it a different color, like green or something like that, or blue. Don't color it red because I'm going to make marks. I use red. The teacher uses red. You don't use red, so don't use red. And that's it for that problem. Problems like number two, there's no work to be shown. This is just a one-liner. You're going to just go enter, backspace, equals, and then you're going to combine like terms. Negative x plus 12x, what does that equal? You're going to write that there, and then you're going to highlight your answer and change the color of your answer. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do number 7. So if I'm here, I go enter, backspace, equals. Now, with this one, I have negative 6, 7, and minus 9. Those are like terms. They are called constants. When a number doesn't have a variable next to it, in an algebraic expression, we call those constants. And constants can be combined. So I'm going to go insert equation. I'm going to do negative 6 plus 7 minus 9. And keep the order of the like terms. Negative 6 is first, 7 is second, minus 9, that's last. There's no reason to rearrange the order of the like terms. Keep them in order. Negative 6 minus 3f. Okay. Now I can go enter equals. And now I'm just thinking negative 6 plus 7, that's positive 1, minus 6, that's going to be a negative 8. But I'm not in equation mode, so I want to go insert equation. Now I can go negative 8. And then negative 6f minus 3f, you're just thinking negative 6 minus 3, it's going to be negative 9f. And for some of you, that what might trip you up, I think, is this right here. When you look at the algebraic expression as a whole, you think, well, this is a minus 6. This is a minus 6f, right? It's negative 6 plus 7 minus 9 minus 6f minus 3f. But when I combine these, I said negative 6f plus minus 3f is negative 9f. And then I wrote it as a minus sign. So what is it? Is it a minus sign? Is it a negative sign? What is it? Well, let me go equation mode. Negative 6 plus 7 minus 9. The reality that is that what I just wrote here plus negative 6f and this line right here, those are the same thing. Writing it as minus 6f and plus negative 6f, that's the same thing. Okay, subtracting a number and adding its negative, that's the same thing. So if you're simplifying like terms and then you combine these and you want to combine these and you forget about that minus right here, then that's going to be wrong because this minus, it's like you ignored it. You didn't put it here nor there. You kind of just left it hanging. It needs to go somewhere. And it's going to go with the 6. It pertains to the 6. You can't ignore it. It's in front of the 6. It has to belong to the 6. So it's going to be negative 6 minus 3f. And then that'll give you negative 9f, right? And that's the same as, let me go equation mode, insert equation. That's the same as negative 8 plus negative 9f. But then that's the same as negative 8 minus 9f. Okay, so if you want to write it like this, you can. And if you want to write it like this to help yourself out, you can. But for me, and maybe for most of you, maybe for not most of you, it's just easier to think negative 6f minus 3f, that's negative 9f. And just making sure I don't ignore that negative right there. That negative belongs to that minus belongs to the 6 as a negative. So it's negative 6f minus 3f, and that's minus 9f.